You should never gift these items for Lunar New Year or any time of the year. These gifts might seem thoughtful, but they're actually considered bad luck in Chinese culture. Here's what to avoid. First is never gift a clock or a watch. In Chinese, giving a clock sounds like attending a funeral. It literally symbolizes time running out. Major taboo, especially for elders. If it's a Rolex or a Patek, I think they can make an exception. Shoes are a no-go. They represent walking away or parting ways. You're basically telling someone to leave your life. Not exactly the reunion vibe you're going for. Third is sharp objects. Knives, scissors, anything sharp, hard pass. These symbolize cutting ties or severing relationships. Even that fancy knife set you got on sale, save it for another occasion. I tried to get my mom a really nice knife from Japan and she didn't want it. Or she would give me $1 in exchange for it to like sweep away the bad luck. 4 is handkerchiefs or towels. Handkerchiefs and towels are associated with funerals and saying final goodbyes. They're literally used to wipe away tears at sad occasions. 5 is pears. Here's a sneaky one, pears. The word for pears sounds like separation in Chinese. So that beautiful fruit basket, skip the pears or you're wishing for someone to say goodbye. 6, umbrellas. Umbrellas sound like the word for breaking up in Chinese. Plus, they represent sheltering sadness. Definitely not bringing prosperity energy. Anything in sets of 4. The number 4 sounds like death in Chinese, so no gift sets of 4. No money in denominations of 4. Go for 6, 8, or 9 instead. Those bring good fortune. Safe alternatives. So what should you gift instead? Red envelopes with money, oranges or tangerines for good luck, premium tea, quality snacks, and festive packaging, or gold tone decorations. When in doubt, go red or gold. Save this for reference and share it with anyone who's celebrating. What's the worst Lunar New Year gift you've ever received? Drop in the comments. If you want to attract wealth this Lunar New Year, these are the foods that are your secret weapon. Lunar New Year isn't just about celebration, it's about setting intention for abundance. And in Chinese culture, what you eat during this time actually matters. These aren't just delicious dishes, they're symbols of prosperity that have been passed down for generations. First up, fish. The Chinese word for fish is yu, sounds exactly like the word for surplus or abundance. Serve it whole, head to tail, to symbolize good beginning and ending to the new year. Pro tip, leave some fish on the plate. It represents having extra to carry into the new year. Dumplings. These little pockets of gold aren't called that by accident. Dumplings are shaped like ancient Chinese gold ingots, those boat-shaped pieces of currency. The more you eat, the more wealth you're supposedly inviting in. Plus, making them a family, that's doubling down on good fortune. Sticky rice cake, nian gao. This sweet, chewy cake isn't just tasty, it's a name of a clever play on words. Nian gao sounds like year high, meaning your income and success will reach higher every year. It's literally the cake that helps you level up financially. Oranges and tangerines. These bright citrus fruits represent gold and good luck. Their Chinese names sound like wealth and luck. Stack them in even numbers, gift them to friends, and definitely eat them. They're basically edible good fortune coins. Spring rolls. Golden and crispy. Spring rolls look like gold bars. They symbolize wealth because their resemblance to ancient Chinese currency. Bite into prosperity with every crunch. Longevity noodles. Long, uncut noodles equal long life and sustained wealth. The key, don't break them while cooking or eating. Slurp up those long strands and you're slurping up continuous prosperity. So there you have it, your Lunar New Year prosperity menu. Will eating these foods magically make you rich? Maybe not. But they'll definitely connect with centuries of tradition, bring your family together, and hey, intention setting with delicious food never hurt anyone's bank account. Happy Lunar New Year, and may your year be filled with abundance and prosperity. So which of these are you eating this year? Let me know in the comments below. If you walk into a Chinese business on Chinese New Year morning, you have all of the negotiating power. So there's this tradition called kai zang, which literally means opening the account. And it's taken very seriously. Business owners believe that the first customer who walks through the doors on New Year's Day sets the financial tone for the entire year. The first customer has to complete a purchase. If they browse and leave without buying anything, that's considered incredibly bad luck. The owner will think their entire year is cursed. No pressure, right? This isn't just about some casual superstition either. We're talking about business owners who will open early, who've already done all their prayers and set up their altars, burned incense, everything. They've prepped for this moment, and if the first interaction doesn't end in a sale, it's genuinely devastating to them. So here's where it gets interesting for customers. Business owners know the superstition, obviously, which means they're motivated. And I'm talking they'll negotiate themselves into the ground to make sure you'll buy something, literally anything. Because taking a loss on one item is way better than bad luck for the entire year. I've heard stories of people walking into jewelry stores and getting 60 to 70% off expensive pieces. Furniture stores practically giving away couches, restaurant owners throwing away free dishes, because the alternative, you walk out empty-handed. It is spiritually unacceptable to them. One time I got a facial through ClassPass, and the business owner was Chinese, and she's like, you have to buy something from me today because you're the first customer of my entire year. And I had to buy something from her for good luck. Now, I'm not saying you should take advantage of people's cultural beliefs, but if you do celebrate Chinese New Year or near businesses that do, and you need to make a big purchase, February 17th this year is your day. Just be respectful about it. Show genuine interest, be polite, but also don't be afraid to negotiate. The owner wants the sale probably more than you do. It's prosperity, it's luck, it's everything. So it's actually a win-win. You get a great deal and they get their kaizang and everyone's year starts off right. Happy Year of the Horse. Doesn't this kind of envelope give you big bill energy? Like you're expecting like a 50 or 100 in here. And these are reserved for small denominations like $2 bills, 8, 10, etc. I don't know. This is just something that I like instinctively believe, especially like as a kid receiving these envelopes. I always thought that this gave big bill energy and this was an indication that it could be a smaller denomination, but sometimes it does, bigger bills do come in a smaller envelope too. Here are other red envelope unspoken rules that Asian kids grew up with. So let me teach you so you don't embarrass yourself at Lunar New Year. So rule number 1, never give odd amounts. Even numbers symbolize harmony and good luck. Don't give anything in a number 4. 6 and 8 is ideally the ones you want to choose. Rule number 2, no coins or wrinkled bills, only new bills. And I went to the bank today and they ran out of all the new bills. So it's an indication that everyone's grabbing it for their red envelopes. Rule number 3, red envelopes only, white are associated with funerals, so don't mix those up. Rule number 4, traditionally unmarried people receive hongbao. It doesn't matter how old you are. If you're unmarried, you could be 55. And if you're unmarried, you still receive. And once you're married, you're expected to give, even if you don't have kids. Number 5, don't open it in front of people. Counting money on the spot is considered very rude. Rule number 6, always give and receive with 2 hands. It's a sign of respect. So let me know if any of these rules resonated with you. The reason why your products from China are lower quality in the first few months of the year has nothing to do with the factory. It's the workers. Every year around Chinese New Year, something happens that's literally called the greatest human migration on Earth. We're talking 2 to 3 billion trips taken across China in a 40-day window. It's migrant factory workers going home to rural provinces they haven't seen all year. Some haven't even seen their kids all year because the children are raised by their grandparents back in the village. Now, when I worked in manufacturing sourcing goods from Chinese factories, every experienced buyer knew one rule: get your production done before Chinese New Year. And people always assumed it was because the factories were shut down. That's not actually the main reason. The real reason, a huge chunk of the workers just don't come back. They go home, they see their family, they run into a friend who says, hey, there's a factory 2 hours from here, paying the same money, and that's it, done. Their old factory never hears from them again, and they don't even quit. And this isn't just anecdotal. Industry data shows anywhere from 30 to 80% of workforce turnover in Chinese factories every single year, and it clusters right around Chinese New Year. Some factories lose half of their floor workers in one holiday. So what happens? The factory has to hire and train new people fast, and manufacturing output in the first month back drops 50 to 30%. Quality dips, timelines shift, and your product is being made by someone who started last week. And it's not just factories. Families in Shanghai and Hong Kong who hire domestic workers, nannies, housekeepers, they face the same exact thing. The nanny who goes home for Spring Festival and she doesn't come back. She found something closer to home, to her village, or her family needs her. Or she decided that this was the year she stayed back with her kids. And now you've got families scrambling to find childcare in February. Chinese New Year is a beautiful, massive, deeply important celebration, but if you're running a supply chain or depending on someone who made the journey home, you plan around it, because for a lot of people, going home isn't just a holiday, it's a reset. Happy Chinese New Year. Let me explain the weirdest ones and why they actually make sense. So the cleaning paradox. Before New Year's, families deep clean everything, sweeping away bad luck from the old year. But once the New Year day hits, You cannot sweep or take out the trash. Why? You'll sweep away the good luck that just arrived. Some families won't touch a broom for days. Your house needs to be spotless because it's staying that way. Language taboos. Certain words are forbidden. Don't say death, broken, finished, or anything negative. The language you use sets the tone for your whole year. Numbers matter too. 4 sounds like death in Chinese. It's absolutely avoided. 8 sounds like prosperity. It's everywhere. Even red envelope amounts follow this. Always even numbers, never 4. Break a plate during New Year, that's terrible luck. It could mean broken relationships or fortune. The fix, immediately say 岁岁平安, which means year after year of peace, but use a word that sounds like shatter. It's a verbal reset button. Money rules. You must settle all debts before the New Year or you will be in debt all year. Don't lend money during the New Year either, or you'll be lending money all year. Someone owes you, don't ask for it back. That's sending wealth away from yourself. Red envelopes need to be crisp. New bills only and lucky amounts only. Eat a whole fish, but don't finish it. Leftover fish means abundance. The word for fish sounds like surplus. Dumplings look like gold ingots. Eating them brings wealth. Long noodles mean longevity, so never cut them. Oranges everywhere because the name sounds like gold. These aren't random rules. They're about being intentional about how you start the new year. Whether you believe it or not, there's value in traditions that make you pause and focus on renewal. Happy Lunar New Year and don't sweep away your good luck.